everyone doing in this Monday morning? Is all well after after a busy day yesterday with watching YouTube. What else? Last day of the final day of the Premier League season, of course. Oh yeah, it's been mad season, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take you through. Oh, sorry. Didn't know that song was going to be playing. So I'm going to change that if I can find it. Here. Oh, hold on. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. Oh, here you are. Yeah. So I finished on 2,481 points. I'm actually happy with that this year. Yeah, and me overall rank was 13k. Me highest ever rank in the Fantasy Premier League this season. Well, ever. Yeah, and I could have had more points, but to be fair, I'm actually happy to get those points this year. So my previous best was 3 seasons ago. That was 2,278 points. So that's 203 points better than it was three seasons ago. Yeah. So I'm happy with that rank. If people want to call me, let me know how did you get on in your fancy overall rank this year. If it was average, or was it awful, was it poor, or was it even better? Of course, you know that guy Michael won the overall Fantasy Premier League yesterday. So congratulations, Michael. He had that Man City keeper Ederson. He saved a penalty. He had Mane as captain as well, and he scored two goals for him. Eventually, he won the overall by 5 points. So at least the guy from the Republic of Ireland won the Fantasy Premier League. I think that could be the first time in history. And I think when did the Fantasy Premier League start? I think it was 2007 08 season, was it? So that was 13 seasons ago. Yeah, so congratulations to Michael. He was actually third going into the final game. He was 9 points behind, but that guy from Norway, Olaf, took a 4-point hit, so he was only 8 points behind. The guy that was second finished second. Oh, can't pronounce his name and what country he's from. It's a weird one. Yeah. If people want to have a chat with me, feel free. Oh, just to let you know as well, I'm on 2 new Instagram pages, not intentionally, cause I was trying to get me old page back on me mobile on my phone. So now I'm on 2 new Instagram pages now. Because to be fair, the Instagram pages, I think the post you can't do 10 in the same page anymore. You can only do 1 at a time now, which is a shame. Because I would like to do 10 pages at once, but unfortunately you can't do that. You can only do that in the story. It's not fair, but what can you do? Oh, get that guy. Oh, forget his name. KOD 459. What? Oh, can't pronounce that. Think of the match tonight, Fran. I might actually go up and watch Shamrock Rovers play, but not in the same. Hopefully, I might watch it. Hopefully, I might watch it inside the Mountain Hotel, or maybe watch it through the bridge near the square. Depending on the weather, of course, because it's a big game tonight. Rovers, their 33 unbeaten streak came to an end on Friday, but it had to come to an end sometime because League of Ireland games are not easy. To get to 33 games unbeaten, it's a great achievement. But now tonight they got to push on, and 2 months time, Richie Towell is coming to Rovers. Oh, can't wait for that. Dundalk fans used to say this on my Richie Towell. I just don't think you understand. My Richie Towell. Dundalk fans can't sing that anymore. Only the Rovers fans can sing that song. Thanks to you're truly Mr. Bernardi. Yeah. Who else? Oh, Michael. Mr. Curtis, how are you this morning? I want to wish you congratulations on your dad now. I want to wish you congratulations, pal. Scott J. Keane. Are you well? Who else as well? Yes. Greenheart, Shamrock, Hart, football, top notch. Yeah. Oh God, those peanuts really killing me. I didn't sleep as much last night because I drank too much water yesterday. To be honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the stats on this season's Premier League. Oh God. Gonna check how many red cards there was. Boom. 33, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46. I think only one player got sent off yesterday. That was Asmia. So 47 players got sent off this season. I think one player got 2 red cards, and that was Lewis Dunk for Brighton this year. 2 red cards he got this year. What else? What else? On goals this season. 36. About 37 on goals, because I forgot to put down Casper's Michael as well from yesterday. So 37 on goals this season. That's crazy. What else? I have it on the list. I'll have another one on the list. There was 12 hat-tricks this year. Oh, that's beautiful. The Premier League. How many red cards? Oh God, I can't pronounce the red cards. Oh, I think I already did, didn't I? Sorry about this. So 47 red cards, as I said. Because I'm getting confused now. Penalties and missed penalties. Okay, so let me guess. So 43 players scored from penalties this season. The last one was the Newcastle defender Sher. He was 42 third penalty taker yesterday. And 22 players missed a penalty this season. That's crazy. One of them missed 2 penalties. That was Jorginho. He actually scored 2 penalties in one game, would you believe it or not, against Palace this year in the 4-0 win. The most penalties scored this season was actually ourselves, the Red Devils. We scored how many penalties this season? We actually scored about 10 penalties this season. I think it was out 11. Fernandez scored 9 penalties out of 10 this year. Because of course he missed one against Newcastle. And he also did miss one against West Brom, but unfortunately that was retaken. Because the keeper Johnson was off his line. And who else? Who else? And one match to score the penalty as well. So 10 penalties out of 11 for the Red Devils. And what? Leicester were the second team that scored the most penalties. The second team. Don't forget the first game of the season. Jamie Vardy scored 2 penalties against West Brom, and guess what he did in the last game of yesterday? Scored 2 penalties against Tottenham as well. It's mad. It's mad. Patter, how are you keeping, pal? Well done to your team, Liverpool, for making it to the Champions League, even though it's not been... The standard hasn't been good this year by Liverpool, but once you're in the Champions League, that's the main thing. And the most clean sheets was Ederson with 18 clean... Oh no, he actually got 19 because he kept a clean sheet yesterday, and of course he saved a penalty as well. That was actually his first penalty save of the season yesterday. Even though Man City did have a keeper save the penalty, that was against Newcastle, but that was Scott Carson. Oh, I'm surprised that Scott Carson didn't play a few matches. I'm disappointed for him, but at least he saved the penalty against Newcastle. So the second keeper behind Ederson was Mendy. And then the surprise goalkeeper was Martinez of Villa. He had a great season. 15 clean sheets. That was a big mistake by Arsenal letting him go. It really was. It really was. So 30 goalkeepers kept clean sheets this season. That's mad. 30 goalkeepers keeping a clean sheet this year. That's crazy. Oh, who else? Of course, what else? I want to say congratulations to James Taylor for winning the Fancy Cup yesterday, all the way from Australia. He finished actually joined 48 in the world, so he did really well this year. So congratulations to him, and commiserations to Jim Megg from England. Hey buddy, how are you? Not too bad. Very, very hot at the moment. It's very warm. But the weather has been great. But I'm very hot. I think I'm going to open the window. Hold on a second. God almighty. The weather's not great. Oh, it's madness. Nice polo. Nice polo. It's actually an old one, Paul. What year was that in? Was that... I can't remember. Oh, 2014. 2014. Shamrock was champions. I hope so, but if Sligo win tonight, they go top for the first time this season. which would not be very good. Oh Jesus! There goes the water. Sorry, baby. Bottle. Second wind. Hold on. Sorry about this. Second wind. Sorry about that. Second wind. One of the bottles flew on the ground. Yeah. Who else? Jay, are you well, pal? Hopefully I might come up tomorrow night. Anto Crime, are you well, pal? Well done to your team, Liverpool, for getting into the top 4 yesterday. Once you're in the Champions League, that's the main thing. And another thing, Man United, we were unbeaten away for the whole season. Yeah, but fortunately, we did win the Premiership, even though we were unbeaten away for the whole season. A great achievement, but we still didn't win the Premier League. What can you do? Well done, Fran, on the fancy football. Thank you very much, Anto. I appreciate that. The best season ever. I could believe it. In that Malaya's fantasy football, I only went to the top for the first time yesterday, right in the last game of the season. Beat James Lake by 1 point. He was 15 points ahead of me. He took a hit, so I was only 11 ahead behind. Yeah. So I got the goalkeeper and I got Rafinha in the place of Folan and Meslier. To be fair, I made the right decision getting the Arsenal goalkeeper in. Then he got me 1 bonus point as well, so he got me 7. Yeah, clean sheet. Oh, and what else? What else? Rafinha got me the assist, but I should have not got rid of Foden because he actually scored again. But I didn't have that much money in the bank. At least Rafinha got me the assist. Yeah. Yesterday. And who else? Who else? God, who else? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well done to Harry Kane on getting the golden boot yesterday. Well deserved. Golden boot, and he was the playmaker as well, so he won 2 trophies. What do you win for coming first? In the Gary Tree Supporters Club, I will get €100. In the United squad, I will get €100 as well. And in Malays, hopefully I will get another card when the pub is back open again. That's actually the second time that I won that in 3 years. Since 2018, the Malays one. And I beat me former teammates in the Castle Celtic mini league as well. I can't believe it. I think I finished 190 points ahead of the rest of them in the Castle Celtic, which is crazy. But I'm happy with my season. That's all I can say at the moment. What else is up? Oh God, what else is on my mind? God almighty. So start next season. Ask me a question. Will be missing a match because he be suspended at the start of the season next season. I think Reece James could be a good option for the first 2 matches for Chelsea. But that's who they get in the opening 2 fixtures, I think. Oh God. I'll be back in a minute. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh God. Oh God.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of gesticulating. There's a little bit of neck exercises going on. A bit of head shaking. that's just what you get from him. He's incredibly honest body language-wise. He can't be anybody else. And we don't want him to be anybody else. We're 180. But it might be in vain. And it is indeed, as we see, a very tidy 14-darter from Richie Burnett. He's looking extremely strong. And after a start today where everything wasn't going right, he's starting to iron things out a little bit more now, and he might be causing more pain for Thorne.
Richie said Roper. Aim on.
Richie was having a word with his sleeve there, as if to say, have you grown? How dare you? There is no rule, of course, that says that both sleeves on a dart shirt have to be the same length. You only throw with one hand. If you want your throwing sleeve to be shorter, to have more comfort. If you look at Richie now, he's not 100% comfortable. Who's to say that the sleeve on the left, if you're right-handed, can be longer than the one on your right, because the sleeve can get in the way. I remember playing at the World Match Play once, and a new dart shirt of mine just had sleeves that were a bit long. So I ended up tucking it up about an inch, and I played a lot better.
180.
Speaking of playing better. Second maximum of the match for the man they call Chocolate. Funny enough, that match I mentioned at the World Match Play where my sleeve was a bit long, it was actually against Robert Thorne.
100.
What a leg this is from Choco. 18 left after 9. That's a game.
140. Robert, you're required.
Double 18 then. He's got a grimace on his face. And he's also got the fourth leg. Seen lots of great legs today. We could have had a 10 there, and that would have signalled the intent for the rest of the place.
Sorry about that, folks.
We have a level game after 4.
I'm back.
Best of 3 scenario now.
Oh God, I really had to go that time. Ooh. Oh yeah. Anto on some man.
Got the throwback.
Well done again. Best of luck
Have his groove back.
in the new season, pal. Thank you very much. Of course, just to let you know, Anto, I can still get the Public Arena #1 this Saturday. 22 points ahead. Sean, how you doing, mate? Are you well this morning?
I've seen some of the
Well, it's only 15 minutes to the afternoon.
gesticulating and the mannerisms of certain players, and some of them really do make you think.
Do you know who's really impressed me this season? If he hadn't not gotten injured, James Justin did pretty well for Leicester this season until he got the injury. Lot of young players did pretty well. Bamford impressed me this year for Leeds. He had a very good season. Who else had a very good season? Ollie Watkins had a very good season with Villa. Of course, he got his first 3 goals was actually a hat-trick against Liverpool in that 7-2 win. Oh, that was a crazy night. A lot of players did pretty well. That other Leeds player, Dallas did pretty well this year, all the way from Northern Ireland. Yeah, 8 goals and 3 assists this season. He did really well this year. But unfortunately for fancy Premier League managers next season, he might not be a defender next year. He could be like John Lundstrom. He could be moving up to midfield in the game next season, which is sad. But to be fair, his price will be going up. I think he'd be 5.5 million next season. He was 4.5 at the start of the season, and now next season is going to be 5.5 million. It's madness. Excuse me. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What other
he's
players
hitting tops.
have done very
He's
well?
so good at hitting tops. He hits it when he's going for it.
God almighty, it's
Oh,
it's a tough one.
Huge slip.
Who's done really well
Because now Vanette's been great.
this season? Oh
And he
God,
does
Pogba had a good season with United, but
initial chance in, like,
he's not a fantasy asset, unfortunately.
Vanette is looking to get his third consecutive victory.
Does he deserve to get a new contract with United? I don't think no. Because what happens if he plays bad next season, and the fans will go on this case? That what concerns me. Pogba, good or bad. He wasn't consistent this year, but he did get crucial goals for United this year. The only problem with Pogba is he's not consistent enough. He's done well in the Premier League, but I've seen in Europa League matches at times he wasn't great at all. When they were playing Europa League matches. Oh, can't pronounce it. I'm gonna say Donald. How are you keeping, mate? Are you well this morning? Yeah. Yeah, that's what worries me about Pogba. Oh God. Where do you think Harry Kane will go next season? If Chelsea get him, great. But the only problem is, Tottenham will give him stick if he went to Chelsea. He won't be going to Arsenal because they're not in Europe next season. He actually used to play for Arsenal as a youth team player, something like that, years ago. I think he could go to Man City or he could go to Man United. I hope he comes to the Red Devils because we need a goal scorer that could get us 25 to 30 goals to get Man United up to that very top again. That's right, we need Harry Kane. I want Kane to come to Old Trafford. That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I want. I want Harry Kane to come to Old Trafford because he gave it everything for Tottenham Hotspur. Hard worker. He gave it everything for that club. Shame he didn't win something at Tottenham. Could have won the League Cup this year. Could have won the Champions League 2 years ago with them. He could have won the Premier League 5 or 4 years ago. Well, four. I'm going to say 4. Until Tottenham's old stadium was knocked down. I think that was the downfall of Tottenham. Their old stadium. After when they beat us 2-1. But he did score the last goal. I think Rooney actually scored the last goal in the old right Hart Lane. Rooney! Yeah, good man, Francis. I'm doing very well, pal. Delighted to be back training. The last few weeks with the one and only John Shocklin football. Do you play for the second team? Oh, sorry, first team, second team, or third team? Or are you the manager? Oh God, I can't pronounce. Oh yeah, and there's that new team that are coming into the UCFL this season coming. Glenmiller Rovers, which are Shamrock Rovers fans. They're more than welcome coming into the UCFL because we do need a lot of new teams.
shot.
A lot of competition.
And pinches the match on the ball. What a game that was.
Wow.
Absolutely
Richie Burnett just won the game.
players and
With watching online darts on YouTube. You gotta love YouTube these days.
7 better than Burnett.
First team.
Give yourself a shot at the bullseye.
Of course.
You never know. Burnett's on 4 points. So is
Good.
Thornton.
Very good lad.
Number 9.
Who else? Oh god. Where were we? Who do I think was disappointing this year in the Premier League? Bamiyang was very disappointing this year. Aguero, well, you can't really blame on Aguero. He had COVID, and he was injured. Paul Turney, Bluebirds legend. Thanks for coming in the stream, guys. Again. Course, just to let you know once again, I have my new Instagram page again. So I'm on 2 now. I'm on 3 and 4. Because you can't share the one page anymore, as I said. Which is a shame. You can only do that in the story. Which is not nice, but what can you do? Apart from Aubameyang, who's been disappointed this year? Raheem Sterling's been very disappointed this year. Kevin De Bruyne has been disappointing as well. I know he got 12 assists, but he only scored 5 goals this year, 5 or 6 goals this year. So he was disappointed. Well, to be fair, he had injuries. Who else was disappointing? God almighty, who else was disappointing this year? Who was disappointing this year? Tino Werner was very disappointing this year for Chelsea, I'm afraid. I know he picked up a lot of assists. I think he could have had about 11 or 12 assists this season. Yeah, so it was very disappointing by Werner. Would you rate Haaland or Kane at Man United? I would love to see both of them at Old Trafford, but you can't have them all. I would love to have Haaland, but I want Harry Kane at Old Trafford as well. But I can only choose one. I would choose Harry Kane. Then maybe the next 2 seasons, next 2 or even 5 years, we could get Haaland. But you never know what could happen. Strange things happen. Liverpool's defence overall. Oh, that's actually a good question. I think the big blow for Liverpool this year, they missed Van Dijk this year. And they missed Gomez as well. I think Liverpool assets for next season. It's hard to choose between Robertson and Trent. I think to start next season I could pick Trent to start next season. Because I actually picked Robbo to start this season. I think Trent could be a good option, but he's not going to be 7.5 next season. I say he could be 6.5 or 7 million next season. Because he did beat his tally points the last few seasons. The highest points defender this year was actually the Leeds United player, who may not be a defender next season. In the game, Dallas, he had a great season. God, who else? Ooh, who else is being disappointing? Oh God, who else? God, so many players have been very disappointing this season. Oh God, who's been disappointing this year? I think Mane has been very disappointing this year for Liverpool. I know he got 2 goals yesterday, but overall the season, he's been very disappointing. his price is going to drop down next season. He won't be 12 million next season. He will be probably 11 or 10.5 next season. Now that will be a good price. De Bruyne's price is definitely going to go down next season. 100%. Sterling's price is going to go down next season as well. A lot. Yeah, who else's price is going to go down? Aubameyang's price is going to go down next season. He was 12 million, wasn't he? He won't be 12 million next season. Oh, God. Whose price will go up next season? That's if Harry Kane stays in the Premier League. Rumours Harry Kane could be 13 million next season. That could possibly happen. Who else? Who's done pretty well at their clubs? Who joined? Ben Chilwell had a good season with Chelsea. But will he be a fancy asset next season? I can't see Alonso staying at Chelsea next season, to be honest with you. Next season. He needs to go to another club if he wants to get first team games with other clubs. Process the real Rovers to win later. I hope so. Depends what squad that Bradley puts out. I've seen that the bench the last few weeks. Our bench is not very strong as it was a few weeks ago. Maybe Rovers have a lot of injuries at the moment as well, but we're still a good team. Who else has done very bad this year? Who I'm being very disappointed with as well. God, it's hard to know. I thought that young Newcastle keeper Darlow had a good season. I thought Sam Johnson had a good season with West Brom. Even though they got relegated, but he made so many saves for West Brom this year. I think the most improved player this year, James Ward-Prowse, had a good season with Southampton. Benteke had a good season with Palace. But what club will he go to next season now, Benteke? Because I think 14 Crystal Palace players are out of contract. And of course their manager is now gone now, Hudson. There was rumours that Lampard could be the Palace manager next season. If he's the Palace manager next season, Palace will be relegated next year. Guaranteed. Who else? Wolves. I thought Jimenez was very unlucky to get that head injury against Arsenal, of course, which was very, very, very unlucky. Because Wolves finished in the bottom half this year. Last season they weren't that far off of getting into the top four. And if Arsenal had not won the FA Cup, they would have been in Europa League again this year. But unfortunately, they won the FA Cup last season. So Wolves have been very disappointing this year. Oh God. Who had a good season? Newly promoted teams. Leeds United being a surprise team this year. They actually came 9th ahead of Everton on goal difference. So that was actually a very good season by Leeds United. Can Leeds push on now next season for the top 6? But the second year is always very, very, very hard to to pronounce. I would love to see Leeds doing well,
One of the things that I noticed
even though I'm a Man United fan, because it's always good matches between
that was no guarantee
Man United and Leeds United.
for the rest of the week.
I don't want to see Leeds get relegated again,
And Jamie Caven,
because it'd be sad.
very strong.
Cause in Ireland there's loads of Leeds United fans, and they're dedicated with their football
Position yourself to
like ourselves.
make sure that you're not
United, of course.
jolting your own confidence. Have a very
What new players did pretty well going into their new clubs that got relegated with their previous clubs? I thought Callum Wilson had a very good season with Newcastle.
be in position to win the game.
He had a very good season. I actually got him at the start of the season. Who else was disappointing? I thought Jeff Kendrick. He had a
Win everything now.
good start to his Newcastle career, but since then he hasn't been getting game time for Newcastle, which is very sad. Mate, like he had such a good start to the season, like getting what was it? A goal and assist in his first match against West Ham away.
Sitting on a double of choice.
The first match of the season. I think that's that thing coming out. I've got to check.
That double of choice was
It's not too bad. I'm just checking how much
his accuracy for power.
my
Right now,
AirPods,
a bit more miserable.
of course, the battery. So I'm gonna check who else is on the text. No more to speak. So who else did pretty well this season? As I said, oh god, if I can remember what. I think I will remember if I take time. Take time, baby. I thought Ian Nacho for Leicester had a good season.
James will enjoy that one.
He had a good run.
Nice cushion.
Who else had a good run?
Good spot for James.
Who else had a good run this season?
Lost 2 matches in a row.
I thought Nathan Mount had a good season with Chelsea.
Someone who could go top of the table and remain
He had a very good season. Who, of course, Lampard's boy. Who else?
no mistake at all, as Nigel Pearson
Who
would
else?
say.
Who else has done well this year? Who else did well this year?
Premier League squad for the broadcaster tonight.
Luke Shaw had a good season with United. Probably his best season ever in United shirt. Because he's been very unlucky with injuries the last few seasons. It's gonna be hard for him to step up now next season.
Approach shots have been a little bit messy, but the last thing you want to do is leave yourself
God, who else could be good? If I can remember. Cause there's so many players around the world. So many players around the world these days now.
2-2-2 now.
It's hard to pronounce one player in one country. It really is. Oh, I thought that young Brighton player, the right back,
That last
Lamptey, had a good season
barrel, it just goes to show how precise
until he got that injury as well, like Justin.
a really key shot to stay in the match.
He actually could be good fantasy option next season for Brighton. He could be a good option next season if he's fit to start, of course. Who else could be a good option? I thought Danny Welbeck had a good season with Brighton this year. He kept Brighton up this year. I thought he had a good season. He won't get you 10 or 20 goals, but he gives you that work epic. That's why he would give you. I thought Tammy Abraham. I think was he Chelsea top goal scorer. I think he needs to leave Chelsea. He's not going to get a game again with Chelsea. He needs to go somewhere else, like probably a newly promoted team like Norwich, Watford. Who else? Whoever gets promoted, Brentford or Swansea. He actually played with Swansea before, didn't he? Yeah, on loan from Chelsea, of course. On loan, baby. It's nice to go out on loan, even though you can't play against your parenthood club. I think it's nice for players to go out on loan when they're not getting game time for their current club the same season. I think in the second half of the season, the player who impressed me this year, Jesse Lingard, did very, very well in the second half of the season. And that guy from Arsenal on loan with Newcastle, Joe Willock had a great end to the season. I think he scored 7 goals in 7 matches. Yeah, so I thought he was very, very good. But can't West Ham and Newcastle sign them on a permanent deal next season? I hope they do, because they would do well. They would do well. Lingard, he won't get another game at United. He has to go now. I'm sorry. Or maybe Lingard might go to Leicester. Or maybe Joe Willock might go to West Ham. Who knows? Who knows? Like who did well this year? West Ham did really well this year. Their highest ever points tally this season was 62. But it wasn't their highest position in the league. Their highest position in the league was 5th. 22 years. 99 season. Which they finished 5th. Ahead of Villa, and they finished ahead of Liverpool that season. Where did Liverpool finish that season? 7th that season. That was when we did the treble that season. Yeah, it's football. It can give you ups and downs. Yeah, I thought those two did pretty well when they went on loan. And who else? God almighty. Think I might talk about next season's Fancy Premier League next season. I think Phil Foden could be a good option next season. I think he would do well next season with City. Oh, who else? Probably Kevin De Bruyne might do well if he's fit. Who else? I think the Man City keeper would do well again, Ederson. But the only problem is he's still going to be too expensive as a goalkeeper. So it's not worth it. All depends. Like that newly promoted team, Norwich, are back up. That I think Pookie could be a good option next season for Norwich. I think he could be maybe 5.5 million or 6 million. But I hope he's 5.5 because I could get him next season. Who else's price is going to drop next season? Jimenez's price is going to drop next season for Wolves. as well because he didn't play that much. That Liverpool defender Van Dijk's price is going to go down. I say it could be maybe 6. I say it could be maybe 6 million or 5.5 next season. Now that will be a bargain if that happens next season. A Nebo 469. Are you well this afternoon, mate? Yeah, I think Van Dijk could be a good option next season. I think Bruno Fernandes will be a good option again, but he's going to be expensive like Kane next season. That's going to be the problem. I think Son for Tottenham could be a good option next season. Son Heung-min could be a good option next season for Tottenham. That's if he doesn't leave. I think he could be a good option if Kane leaves. Because Son will be on penalties as well. I think he could be a good option. Who else could be a good option? Maybe Gareth Bale could be a good option. That's if Tottenham sign him on a permanent deal. I can't see him getting the game at Real Madrid. Well, maybe. Maybe because Real Madrid's squad is not the same as it used to be. Who would I love to see in the Premier League next season? I think it'd be too early for Haaland to get into the Premier League. I would love to see Mbappe in the Premier League, to be honest with you. He was top goal scorer in the French League with 27 goals this year. I hope he plays in the Premier League next season. He'd be a great option. Who else could be a good option? Maybe Kai Havertz of Chelsea could be a good option next season. Who knows? God. Kieran Tierney could be a good option, but unfortunately for him, he's injury prone. That's the problem. That's the problem these days with footballers. They're injury prone. I'm amateur prone. I'm always injured. I'm amateur prone. I am. It's not nice being injured, but on football, injuries happen on football, professional, amateur level. It happens. Yeah, I know you want to play a match on the day, but if you're injured and you can't risk it, oh, I'm sorry. I told the manager I cannot play today. Oh, it's very sad. Oh, man. Then I said, I would say to the manager, oh, no, I can't take that risk. Like I want to play, but I can't take that risk if any part of my body is sore. It's not nice. But unfortunately, injuries happen in football. Unfortunately. So who else? Boom. Oh yeah, that man. Let's talk SPL. Andy had problem with his internet yesterday. I think he was on YouTube at 10 o'clock until about 9 o'clock last night. Because he had to do Scoutcast as well. He did Scoutcast of the Breakfast Club. Did Let's Talk SPL, the deadline. Then he did another live stream. Special guest was Mark Southerns. Talking with all the matches, like I was doing live stream on this channel yesterday with all the live matches. Even though I didn't watch the matches because I don't have those channels. Because I would check the score on the flash score. Who got a goal? Who got an assist? Like, it takes ages. Oh, who scored? Who scored? Who scored? Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Then you're just waiting. Oh, who scored this goal? Ah! Who scored that goal? Was the goal perfectly disallowed because of BAR? Yeah. But unfortunately, you have to have BAR. No, unfortunately, I know it's not nice. Maybe it is ruining the game, but you have to accept decisions, I'm afraid. It's not just the offside rule, it's also for dangerous tackle as well. For high foot on the studs on the player. Yeah, football, I'm afraid, is changing now. BAR still needs to improve. Like, the referees are still not perfect. Sometimes I don't think they don't keep up with the play enough. That's the problem in the game now. The referees don't keep up with play. Like, I've seen, what do you call it? A goal offside for shoulder. What else? What else? Arm. This season, like that is crazy. But unfortunately, it is what it is. They're going to have to sort out those rules next season. Like, I hope in the first day of the season, I hope there's about maybe 8 penalties in the first day of next season. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. If Harry Kane went to Man United, he won't be on penalties. It'd be still be Fernandes on penalties next season. Until he misses one, but that's a Kane signs with United first. Yeah, who else has been disappointed? I thought David Gea has been disappointed this season. He has done well in a few matches, but he also done bad in a lot of matches as well. So he will be leaving Man United. Maybe he could go back to Atletico Madrid. That's where he started. But the only problem for the guy is he would have to get ahead of All Black. Yeah. Oh, and last night, Lille won the French league last night. So congratulations to Lille. Who else? Jamie Juventus got lucky at getting into the Champions League, would you believe it or not? Fucking Napoli can only draw home against Livorno or something. Fucking hell. That I wish that Ronaldo was not playing in the Champions League next season. I would have been delighted because I'm not a Ronaldo fan. Like, I know he's done well in the domestic league, but the Champions League fancy, he hasn't done well at all. Yeah. Who else? I was very disappointed with PSG not winning the French league again. They should be ashamed of themselves, PSG. I think they sacked Tuchel. Pochettino is now the manager of PSG. The former Tottenham manager. Like, PSG, they got good players, but their squad, their whole squad is not good enough, I think. Like, seeing the Champions League in both legs, Bayern Munich should have beaten them if Lewandowski had not gotten injured. And against Barca, well, they actually deserved to beat Barca the first leg. But the second leg against Barca, they were poor.
Going for the double 16. Play the double 8.
Well, to be fair, all teams playing at home were very poor. Well, of course, with no fans. Of course. Who else? Bayern Munich scored about 99 goals in Germany this year. Just one goal short of 100. Still good season by Brian. They won the World Club Championship this year. Another trophy connection. But unfortunately, they will have to get that back. Depends who wins the Champions League this Saturday. I think Man City will win the Champions League this Saturday. Even though Chelsea got good defence, but Man City got better players than Chelsea. I think. Yeah, so I'd say Man City will win the Champions League next Saturday. That'll be the first time in their history. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah. So I better love yous and leave yous. I'm on that new Instagram page. It's FPL. Follow me on that. And the other one is just Blardy Francis, something like that. Yeah, so I could put maybe my fancy mini league tables and stuff like that. Maybe I could be going on a live stream for 60 minutes next season, but I think it'd be mostly this channel. To be honest with you, because there's no part 1, no part 2. You can talk as long as you want. So I bear love yous and leave yous. Oh, it's true, it's damn true. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye bye.